An old Victorian house on a deserted street. The house is tall, with weathered brick walls and thick ivy crawling up its sides. Large, dark wooden shutters frame arched windows. The sky is overcast, grey and foggy, casting an eerie atmosphere over the entire scene. The yard is overgrown with wild grass, giving the house a neglected yet ominous feel. Inside the dimly lit living room of the Victorian house, boxes and furniture are scattered around, with a single vintage lamp providing the only source of light. Shadows stretch across the hardwood floor, and the room feels still, as though it's waiting for something. The cold, unused fireplace looms in the background. A narrow, creaky staircase leading up to a dark attic. Dust fills the air as the heavy wooden door opens. Inside, the attic is cluttered with old trunks, dusty furniture, and forgotten belongings. A weak, flickering fluorescent light barely illuminates the space. In the far corner, a small weathered box covered in cobwebs catches the eye. A close-up of an old vintage Mickey Mouse doll resting inside a weathered box in the attic. The doll's fabric is faded, and its plastic face has a permanent grin. One of its button eyes is slightly askew, giving it an unsettling, lopsided gaze. Cobwebs cover the box, adding to the sense of age and decay. A vintage Mickey Mouse doll is placed on a dark wooden bookshelf beside a fireplace. The doll's grin is visible, and it sits in the center of the shelf. Other toys, including a porcelain doll and a few bears, are arranged beside it, but something feels off. The room is dimly lit by soft lamplight, and shadows from the fireplace cast a foreboding atmosphere. Nighttime in the living room. Toys are seen falling from the shelf, including a porcelain doll and a bear. The Mickey Mouse doll remains firmly in place, its unsettling grin unchanged. Its button eyes seem to focus on the fallen toys as though watching with intent. Inside a bedroom at night, a person locks their door and places a large, ornate key inside a dresser drawer. The bed is scattered with childhood toys, including a porcelain doll. The atmosphere is tense, and the lighting is low. Outside the locked door, soft thuds can be heard, followed by faint, eerie giggling. A dimly lit hallway outside a locked bedroom door. The door handle rattles violently as the sound of high-pitched, maniacal giggling grows louder. Shadows flicker across the door as if something is just beyond it, creating a sense of growing dread. Afternoon in the living room. The camera zooms in slowly on the Mickey Mouse doll, which now appears to have moved slightly. Its head is turned toward the viewer, and its grin seems darker, more sinister than before. The air in the room feels thick with tension. Nighttime outside the Victorian house. A person rushes out of the front door, carrying a small bag, illuminated by the streetlight. In the shadows of the house, the Mickey Mouse doll is faintly visible from the window, still sitting on the shelf, staring out with its creepy grin.